As quoted by Roger Waters, a founding member of Pink Floyd, Sid went crazy in 1967, and by 69, we weren't seeing him anymore, as stated by the American songwriter. In 1975, Shine On You Crazy Diamond was released on Pink Floyd's ninth album. Hi, my name is Seth, and today I will be informing my fellow classmates of Communication 110 about Pink Floyd, the deep meanings in their music, and the song Shine On You Crazy Diamond. So, firstly, some background information about Pink Floyd. I think everyone listening to this has listened to Pink Floyd's music before, or at least know of Pink Floyd's music. Pink Floyd was formed in London in 1965. The original band members of Pink Floyd were Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, Nick Mason, and Richard Wright. In 1967, David Gilmour replaced Syd Barrett as their lead guitarist and main songwriter. Pink Floyd is a progressive rock band with a psychedelic sound, but is also known to experiment in other genres as well. Pink Floyd was popular for their live performances in that they had very extensive light shows and also visual effects, as stated by the Rolling Stones magazine. I actually have a perfect example of this. My parents went to a Pink Floyd concert in 2010, and as you can see here, there's a giant marionette doll of a teacher waving around a stick in the background of them performing. So, perfect example of how crazy their live performances can be. So, in 1975, when Shine On You Crazy Diamond was released, they released this music. It was a tribute to Syd Barrett, the band member that had left due to, as I previously stated, mental health decline. It also had to do with his drug usage and him starting to lose it up there a little bit. And so when he left, he wasn't doing so well mentally. And when he left, he didn't reach out to them ever. For years, they didn't hear from him or see him, run into him ever. So when they were recording these tribute songs for him on this album, Wish You Were Here, referring to him, their producers let in someone who sat there and watched them record for hours on end, and they didn't really pay much attention to it. They just thought it was either some stranger or some sort of visitor, so eventually they stopped and they went to go see who it was, and when they saw him, they didn't recognize him, but it was Syd Barrett himself. They hadn't seen him in so long, they didn't recognize him, because it said that he had gained a lot of weight, he had shaved his head, he had shaved his eyebrows, and he was sort of mumbling and they couldn't exactly understand what he was saying. So when you were listening to these songs, I say song, it is one song, but I say songs because it is released in different parts, and these parts are about 12 minutes each, so it is a very lengthy listen. But if you have not heard them, go listen to it. I promise it's worth it. But when you were listening to these songs, you can tell how emotional they are with them recording, talking about the loss of their friend, with him being there watching them record it. The song represents themes of the loss of a friendship, how relationships change, and how their friend is out there somewhere but not currently with them here, as stated by the medium. So personally, I grew up listening to a lot of Pink Floyd. My parents played it a lot in the car. So once I got older and I was able to understand some of the themes of Pink Floyd and some of their storytelling. They're also known to tell stories within their music. I learned to appreciate them way more. Um, in conclusion, I think that anyone listening to this, if you haven't listened to Pink Floyd to the extent of understanding their music or uh, being able to decipher some of the storytelling, you absolutely should. Anyone can listen to it and interpret it in their own way and be able to connect it to your own personal experiences in life. Thank you.